What's up, guys? Welcome to Huddle Up. We're your host, Grant Cohn, Brandon Deutsch and Maj Sports. We're going to kick it off with the Substation stuff, but just know we're not going to do the whole show on it, and we're not going to give our opinion on whether we think the theory is real or not because we're not scientists. But George Kittle is the latest player to weigh in on it. We're going to start there. We're also going to talk about Kyle Shanahan's pregame Super Bowl performance, Max Crosby, Joey Bosa, the Seahawks, Brock, all kind of stuff. But I do want to start with the most amusing story in the NFL, the Substation. And now we got George Kittle weighing in on it. So why don't we, it's 2 minutes. Let's watch this little clip.
There is tinfoil hat conspiracy theories.
Be careful, I have a lot.
Listen, that's the electromagnetic fields next to the San Francisco 49ers training facility is the reason why there have been so many injuries on the team because it's still softening muscle tissue.
Some collagen thing.
That is the theory, right?
Yep.
What is your take on this conspiracy theory?
Real quick, he corrected him. He said it's a collagen thing. Like he's done the research. Keep going.
Let's see. I think one of my teammates put it really good, Kyle Juszczyk, our fullback, and he said, as a professional athlete, you're always trying to get 1% better. Like, is this ice tub? Is this rehab recovery thing? Is this red light therapy? Does it make me 1% better? Because then you can stack all those up and you're, hey, you're 3% better than the next guy because you're doing all this stuff. If something's affecting you like negatively 0.25%, you'd want to know about it. Like whether it's, hey, this type of cleat is hurting me. This type of shoulder pads is like increasing my risk to get hurt. You'd probably change that. So I think all we're saying is, as players, is like, we just like to look into it to make sure it's not something.
Right.
That's what I would just appreciate. Like, hey, this isn't going to affect you guys. And then if they come out and they do some research, like, no, you guys are good, then I don't think we'll think about it. Now, one thing that messes me up with it, this is tough. My rookie season, there used to be trees in between the electrical substation and our practice facility. And there's a fence there too. And above the fence, all the trees had no leaves on them year round.
That's kind of weird.
All dead. There's a couple bunches of leaves every once in a while. And it was like that. And no one notices it until you point it out to people. Like, I didn't point it out to Coach Shanahan until like 2021. Yeah. Like a vet pointed out to me my rookie season. I was like, that's kind of weird. Yeah, it is what it is. But then this year, the NFL came in and cut them all down. So they're not there anymore, so no one can see them. So it's only us vets that know that was the truth. I don't think anyone's talked about that yet, but that one messed me up. I was like, oh my goodness, there's no leaves on these trees. Why?
We're feeding the TikTok conspiracy theories.
No, I will say my argument for it is this. Like Fred Warner, he practices there and trains there year round, and he's had one injury his entire career. So it's like,
right.
Now, did he just evolve and he absorbed the radiation? I don't know. But I'm kidding. But it's like, it's just like, let's just figure out if it's actually harming the players or not. And I mean, hopefully it's not. Right. It's easy.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So now it's Kittle. Now he has a whole story. And the worst part about the story with the tree story proves nothing. It could have been they weren't watering the trees, but you cut them down. You got rid of the evidence, just like we know that there was a $20 million bill to move the substation and you never moved it. There seems like there's some smoking guns here, and it seems like the players are putting pressure on Jed, really talking directly to him. Like, all we want is reassurance. We want you to look into it. Jed even said himself, I'm not going to look into this. Other people will. Do you find this little tug of war or whatever, this little battle interesting? Or I do. What do you guys think?
I just don't know why, like, because Jed saying he's not going to do anything about it, right? Like, he's not going to look into it. Why does he not just, like, listen to the players? If the players say, hey, Jed, can you check it out for us? Jed should just do what the players ask, because it seems to me like this is harm. Like, the players think that it's harmful. Like, George Kittle talking about these trees and stuff. Like, he thinks, I know, if you ask George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, all these guys, like, they think it's harmful, so I don't know why they just don't check it out or just practice somewhere else. This whole substation thing's stupid to me. It's so dumb.
I don't know. I'm kind of with the players. The more and more information that comes out, I think Jed is an irrational human being to begin with, pretty much. I think there's certain things that he's done as an owner quite recently that I completely disagree with. I think that, you know, another owner would absolutely look into, I mean, to completely disregard it on a show. Like, I think that was Up and Adams with Kay Adams, right? Like, that was just ridiculous. When all the players, by the way, that same week were talking about the electrical substation, Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle. And the thing is, I said this in our last room when we talked about it. the Cabo clique has more power than Jed York. They will not be practicing next to that electrical substation next season. I guarantee.
Well, my question for you guys is how many players have to come out and voice at least concern about this before Jed York takes it seriously? Right? We're at 4 now. It's Bourne, Juszczyk, McCaffrey, and Kittle. What if the next one's Bosa? No one's asked him yet.
Bosa,
what if Purdy says something? Hey, Brock, what do you? Because he's in a tough position. Does he want to be the corporate management guy, or does he want solidarity with Kittle and all of his teammates? Maybe he comes out and says the same thing that Kittle and McCaffrey said. And at what point does Jed say, "All right, man, it's pretty much all of the best players on our team"? They're not saying they want us to move, but they're saying they want me, Jed York, to look into this. So now I have to bring in 5 experts who disagree.
Do you think Jed doesn't want the substation to be checked out because it'll make him look bad?
Yeah,
makes you wonder.
Why are you $20 million bill?
Yeah, why are you resisting checking this out? So it seems like it's easy. It won't cost you that much money, relatively speaking, and most likely it's nothing, right? Most likely you move and you're still the most injured team in the league.
Like if the players think it's a problem and you're the owner of the team, you're gonna do what's best for the team. You're gonna do what's best for the players.
Look, I think there's another point too. I think when players get injured, they don't like to blame themselves. They like to blame others, and this has kind of become the common denominator of blame. Oh, why are we so injured? Maybe it's not Kyle's training regimen, because Dre Greenlaw and Talanoa Hufanga spoke about the Broncos one being substantially more difficult on their body and strenuous, right? Like maybe but the electrical substation, that's what's getting us injured. I don't know, just putting that out there. I mean, if they're injured another year and they're still practicing at the electrical substation, like this story just doesn't go away. It goes away if they stop practicing there. And then if they continue to get injured, then that's something you can reconsider.
Well, it definitely doesn't go away when their best players bring it up in interviews. And it seems like
100%.
Jed kind of made it clear, like, hey, let's stop talking about this. This is nothing, and it's not helping our image. And even McCaffrey's like, I kind of feel conflicted because I want free agents to come here, and I would still sign with the 49ers, even knowing all of this weirdness about. He said that, but at a certain point, other players are like, I mean, I don't know if I would. And if George Kittle and McCaffrey and Juszczyk are all worried about this, why shouldn't I be? I'm just saying.
Greg, do you believe McCaffrey?
Had that conversation.
Greg, do you believe McCaffrey in saying that he would actually come here if this thing was happening before, like we traded for him? I don't think he would, but he sleeps with the freaking Wi-Fi.
He never tore his Achilles. I don't know how George just tore his Achilles. I mean, McCaffrey avoided that with a sort of a year off. So I don't. Maybe he's telling the truth. He did make a lot of money here and sort of set himself up as a Hall of Fame player here. So maybe. But I don't know.
I mean, he would always sign with the Niners because of the connections with Ed and Mike Shanahan and Kyle.
I mean, Kyle gives him the ball every play.
And Kyle babysitted him as a kid. Are we like overlooking this?
Yeah.
Like this is a guy that has had family ties to McCaffrey for years. Of course he's going to utilize him. This is like a family friend. And Ed is obviously an all-time great player. Christian's obviously an all-time great player. All-time great guy. There's no question about that. All-time great worker, but I think he would have signed regardless because of the Shanahan connection. I don't think
Purdy's going to get this question. He's going to get this question, whether it's at OTAs or minicamp. Every time there's an injury at minicamp or OTAs or training camp, this is going to be brought up. It's not going away, and it seems like the players are actually banding together to make sure this gets addressed, which I appreciate, man. This is like a workplace safety issue. And your employer needs to prove that it's not a problem. You don't have to go and prove that it's a problem. You're the most injured team in the league. And this was what I don't like about the Yorks. You've been the most injured team in the league since about 2013. What have you done about it? You've had the same training staff since 2017. You haven't moved your practice. You haven't messed with any variables. That's on you. You got to do that this year. Move the practice facility across the street if you have to, and get a new head trainer.
You got to move the practice facility to Oakland.
I would love that.
Yeah.
That'd
be great. That'd be great.
The Raiders old one is literally just chilling right there, and it was renovated in like 2018, 2017. Please, Oakland Niners.
Well, I think it just goes back to the point where they should have just never moved to Santa Clara. Like they should have been practicing in San Francisco. They should play in San Francisco. I even think they should practice in San Francisco as well. But if you want to practice in Oakland and play in San Francisco, that's a separate story. But I get the Jerry Rice. Oh, Jerry Rice was never hurt. Blah blah. I mean, dude, there's so many. First of all, they expanded this thing quite recently, right? It's when Jerry Rice was practicing near there.
There was no stadium there. There wasn't as many people down there. The tech boom hadn't happened yet.
There's so many technological advancements that could have triggered something that we don't know about. But yeah, I don't know why Jed doesn't talk to more experts. You talk to experts, Grant, about this. I mean, and they've.
Hey, what are you scared of, Jed? What are you scared of, Jed? Ultimately, it'll cost you some money.